Hello, welcome to another episode of the Immediately Know podcast. I am your host, Mariela Morales, and today I will be discussing about how to successfully fail in the media industry. Today's podcast is sponsored by my drive and desperate need to thrive in this industry, especially since I wasn't the first one to declare my love for corn on national television or even tell my mom about the terrible sandwich, by the way, that she made me that one day when I went to school. She videotaped me so I could go viral. It's like I just told her in private for free. Just kidding, mom. You cook so well. So to begin with, I will say something, okay? The internet is a scam. But God, do we love a good scam. And I know we've all looked at our jobs at one point and being like, bruh, like, what a piece of shit, but I fucking need the money, you know? And like, while we just like scroll through our social medias and see somebody like Stephanie, age 12, make $12,000 like a week by dancing to Cardi B's PG version of WAP while her mom is recording her like it's a Mean Girls reunion. And we all want to know, we all want to know, how in the heavens do people make it as an influencer? And how do you manage to do something that will go viral, but also how do other people look when they're copying exactly the same thing that the one person did when they went viral? Come on, guys. We want a new, fresh meme, not a bunch of Walmart versions of it. And yes, we did see that one kid that went viral for their Charlie Bit My Finger video. Or even like, do you guys remember how we all sat around and watched videos of an orange that said absolutely dumb things while talking like Adam Sandler, and we all thought it was the most hilarious, brilliant thing ever? No? Was it just me? Anyways, but what I'm trying to get to is that we only see the scenarios from the viewer's perspective. One thing is going viral, which is extremely difficult now because of the refresh rates and algorithms of our social media apps. But the hardest thing is staying relevant after, you know? And I'm going to be extremely real with you guys right now. My current job sucks balls, okay? Like, it's not fun, hours are dumb, and customer service is the most soul-consuming, life-sucking, ass-kissing industry ever. And yes, I see you nodding your head like, oh my gosh, she's right. Like, people need to calm down. Customers are rude as hell. Like, people forget that others have feelings. Like, don't come at me with the hypocritical shit. I know for a fact that when you are a customer and you're mad, you be acting like the other person on the other side of the phone. Don't have to deal with people like you for 8 hours a day, okay? But also they get paid the most minimum, which also sucks on top of that. Because if you told me that I was getting paid $30 an hour for having people yell at me, I would be like, they're welcome. Come here, yell at me. Hells yeah, I will say thank you at the end. You know what I mean? Like, with a happy face. But that's not the case. And like, I'd be lying if I said that I've never been an angry customer. So to all of you all that have personally been victimized by me, my most sincere apologies. I mean, to all of y'all, except for that one McDonald's employee back in 2006 when I asked them for a Dalmatian toy for my Happy Meal, but they gave me the Rottweiler instead because they said that's all they had. I know for a fact that you had a Dalmatian in that dirty little box where you all keep the toys. And because of you, I never got to complete my freaking collection. So my 7-year-old self will never let you live that down. But back to the topic, okay? I have successfully failed and will continue to fail in this industry for now. And I love it, honestly, because the more I fail, the more I learn how to make my way through. The more tricks and tips I learn from others who have made it. And I don't know, I just find it like so inspiring because this might be me now talking about my failures to you guys on YouTube and Spotify. And then like one day I will be able to look back at this and be like, wow, I still haven't made it. I'm just kidding. Well, hopefully I'm kidding. But however, the greatest and most important thing to remember about failure is that eventually you won't fail anymore. And you'll end up a meme like Brittany Broski, which she became the kombucha girl. I don't know if you guys watched that video of hers. And now actually she's interviewing Harry Styles at like his concerts or events. She is interviewing people for TikTok. Like she's just doing like the greatest things ever. She's just being a complete hype girl, which I love. Like she has a really cool personality. And honestly, I just gotta keep making these videos and podcasts until one of you talented people grab a clip from one of my videos and make me into the greatest meme ever. And that day, I will frame it and put it on my wall. And I'd be lying if I said I haven't tried it all, okay? Because, and I'll start with TikTok. What in the Vine copying as bitch is that app? I swear at one point I had a Vine that had like over 2,000 views, and I said, yes, this is gonna be my big break. You know, I'm gonna be as big as Princess Lauren, Lily Pons, or even King Batch back in the day. If you follow them, you know. If you know, you know. And I was just so excited, man. And then the app got deleted by the creators, bro. And then we were left with this nasty thing called Musical.ly, right? How vintage. For those of you who might not know, TikTok was actually called Musical.ly before. And honestly, in that app, I've seen like the stuff that I witnessed in that app. One of the most cringe videos I've ever seen were in that app. And like, because it was mostly like oldest people. And I'm not talking about like 40s and 50s. I'm talking about like 80s and 90s. And it was like just like old people just like I don't even know how to describe it. Like the type of content that will be made in that app was like you will record a music video and it will be to a song like You Belong With Me by T Swift, and people were just like flipping their cameras around like to the beat or whatever. Like they were flipping their cameras as if they were SpongeBob flipping patties on the busiest night at the Krusty Krab. But honestly, thankfully, that app was never as big. It was kind of like Tumblr at the end when Twitter came out. And you will see pages on Tumblr being like, we'll continue my blog on my new Twitter at Uniporn and Rainbows 69. And yes, you know what I mean. Tumblr was full of the nastiest people I've ever met. And if you went to a general page, 60% of Tumblr was porn, 30% was fan art, and 10% were student assignments that kids needed to present to a class because their English teacher thought that they were staying relevant with the kids. But once TikTok came out, like what was once cringe turned into one of the most addicting apps I have ever come across. And like to the point that some days I will loop around those whoa, stop, you've been scrolling for way too long videos. And me being the Virgo that I am, I will keep scrolling. But what I'm getting at is that what we see on these apps, the very nice and elaborated cooking videos, crafts, dance videos, singing videos, and even the voiceovers where people act like Jack Black in School of Rock, like that's a long script, okay? And people are willingly learning and acting out while having their parents film them on like in front of a mirror, so you get both the kid acting it and the horrified parent reaction. I don't know, it's just one of the funniest things like that I've ever seen. And I get it, yes, Mariela, cool beans, like where is this going? I'm trying to explain that the videos that look effortless, they actually take several minutes to hours to maybe even days, because you need to learn the script, choreograph the dance, learn the song, perform it, and then edit. And when I tell you, editing is the longest process ever, which takes me to my next point. YouTube. I was so excited to start my YouTube channel, and I was like, yes, this is me today, and eventually Scooter Brown will find me singing With You by Chris Brown, and I will be the next Brown Justin Bieber. But one, I have never posted a singing video, not for lack of talent, but because kids are mean as hell, okay? Like, I could have the most beautiful voice, but the internet will find something to bully me for. Look at Lizzo, for an example. Like, she's a gorgeous, gorgeous woman, And she has the most beautiful voice, one of the most beautiful voices that I've ever heard. And people still bully her for her weight. Like, come on, guys. Like, you could be a 10, but if you're fat phobic, you're an automatic 0. Like, immediately no, okay? And YouTube, it's a weird place too. Like, you can go from finding home renovations to watching math lessons to seeing kids playing Minecraft online, and then you will eventually end up watching 10 top golden buzzers in America's Got Talent at 3 in the morning with a bowl of cheese balls and a box of tissues. Yeah, we've all ended up there. And so I tried posting my first YouTube video ever. And it was honestly nerve-wracking, okay? Because I don't even remember what it was, first of all. I took it down so long ago before posting the videos that are not on my page. But, I mean, it was probably a very bad video because I didn't know about editing before. But when I tell you, like, the editing process for a regular, like, average engaging video of 5 to 10 minutes on YouTube, it can take from 24 hours to 5 business days to edit. It also depends on the theme of the video, because a cooking video might take less as it is a sequence video because you're following a recipe. But like a traveling video, you know how it can take so much longer, because to be quite honest, like, you have to go through like 40 videos of like approximately like 7 minutes each sometimes, from like a week-long vacation, and take them all together, somehow create a narrative for what the hell it was that you were doing in that location, on a trip that you were intoxicated for 60% of the time. And like, bruh, like, you will literally start watching these videos and being like, oh my god, we went there too? We did that too? Girl. Like, as if you weren't right behind the camera, like, talking to the bartender on the side, asking for another margarita before going on the excursion, like, or the expedition in which you're literally planning to base your vlog on. Like, you know what I mean? But I honestly needed to take a break from YouTube. Like, my YouTube days, honestly, like, it was just feeling like a job rather than something that I love doing. And that's when I lost my spark for it. I just wasn't enjoying it anymore. And I had to finish my university degree, which took me absolutely nowhere so far. And now I'm just finding myself writing scripts for a podcast that it's being listened by 6 of my friends, which 2 of them are my parents and 2 of them are my siblings. But honestly, like, it's just, I finally found something that I'm passionate for, which I'm very grateful for. And I think I just found my spark again. Maybe it was right media platform, wrong time, or maybe it was going to therapy for a year and a half after COVID and finally getting over my COVID-induced depression and being back to being my bubbly self again, which is great. You know, after doing some proper research, and I'm here to share some of my findings, and I'm saying some because I did fell again into the rabbit hole of YouTube and ended up watching 5 reasons why NSYNC fell apart. But do you know that most YouTubers have like a whole team behind them that are actually doing the editing and like marketing of their videos? And like, while they might be doing videos that are like, oh, we're sitting in a couch at home, or like doing this and that, first of all, they're not at home. This is like a whole set with a couch in it. I was shook it too, okay, when I found out. But honestly, it's actually pretty cool because they don't have to go through like the tedious jobs of sorting every clip, deeming what will make it and what not, and also like the editing, and like, again, like, I just get so distracted like watching my own videos, so editing for me is just like a big but like, not only that, but also, wow, like, the most important thing that sometimes it takes me hours is finding the right background song for like a video, especially a vlog, because honestly, the song will set the theme for it. Like, it will set the mood for it. Like, you can have like a really serious, like, this is the news, but if you have like a happy go round, like, go lucky song at the, nobody's gonna take it seriously, okay? And I don't know, like, I just find it so cool. And I did have a friend that last year he actually worked for a content house in Mexico, and he just had like a blast. Like he was all the behind the scenes, and he was just going on excursions, expeditions, trips. Like it was just like the job of a lifetime. Like I thought it was really cool, and I don't know, like I feel like we tend to forget that influencers and famous people are just common people like us. They just live better lives and don't have to eat leftovers every week. And so after failing from TikTok because I never learned the renegade dance, and YouTube because I never played any video games online, also Twitter because I never got 5 Seconds of Summer to follow me on any of my fan accounts, I have decided to give Spotify a try. While I'm still publishing my awkward self recording this podcast on YouTube, because honestly, I have not heard one person yet be like, oh my God, this podcast went viral. And then they show me and it's just audio with the picture of the logo of the podcast on it. And while I do truly love failing, and I really do, because it gives my family zero expectations for my success, which really takes a load off my back and just puts it on my younger sisters. I cannot wait for the day that I do have my own professional like production of the Immediately Know podcast, like perhaps in a nice set in somewhere in like LA or like New York, or just like any other project that I set my mind to. And I will, because I've never been a person that's afraid of like a challenge, or I've never been a person to give up on a dream. A person that procrastinates and is late to events, yes, but to give up on a dream, never. And what I do truly love rambling about my trauma and safari adventures through the social medias of the 20th and the 21st century, I will be ending this podcast with a message. And it is that while there is 7 billion people in this world, there is only one you. Be kind to yourself, pay yourself a compliment, and do something today that will bring you one step closer to having your dreams come true. Love you all so hard. I'll catch you in the next episode. Bye-bye. Okay, now hit the music. Oh, we don't have music yet? Yikes. Maybe next time.